All right, I had someone email me and say I've spent tons of money on pay-per-click traffic. And so I wrote this article talking about why they're wasting money on their pay-per-click traffic, and these are some of the headlines I came up with. But I wanted to give you guys the content of this article because it's valuable. Basically, if you are paying for traffic to come to your website, or even if you're just doing a bunch of work to get traffic to your website, you need to check on some things. Basically, what I told this person was, I've looked at your landing pages and I have some comments. Now, please excuse my tone if it's harsh, but this stuff's important. You're throwing money and time away if you're directing people to your website and you haven't checked on these things. First of all, the first thing you need to make sure is that you don't have anything on the page that you're directing people to that detracts from the message. You know, if you want people to sign up for your email list, that's what the page should be about. You don't want to give them a lot of little links to go off somewhere else on. And there's also a kind of an idea called above the fold. And what this means is that you only want people to see what's important. And if you have the top half of the computer screen used up by your logo and login area in the menu, then it has nothing to do with the ad they clicked on. Chances are they're going to just click away. This particular site had a big Joomla site header, and you didn't even see what they were actually trying to get people interested in until after they scrolled down. Now the thing is, a lot of people don't read, they just browse, and hardly anybody scrolls down immediately. You have about 1 minute to capture their attention. You want to have everything above the fold where they don't have to scroll down. And a lot of people, like I'm saying here in the article, they don't read, they just browse. And so you need to have kind of bullet points on the web page to capture their attention. You need to make sure that you have many headlines in the text so people who do browse know what to do. I also noticed on the page that there was no call to action. There needs to be only one possible action to take, sometimes two, such as buy this, or if you're not going to buy it, sign up for my email list. But you definitely want to have a very clear call to action. Now, this particular page was actually trying to sell something, and it was hard to find where to buy it, where to actually click on to buy it. And when I did click on the buy, that actually didn't work. I addressed this further down in the article. But let me talk about the sales letter first of all, because it started out with, I received my nutritional education, blah, 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 and it was all about you. It was all about, the author of the web page. It's not about what you can do for the person coming in. The reader doesn't care about you other than they want to know that you're proficient, but the immediate thing the reader needs to see is what's in it for me. The reader only cares what's in it for them. I also talk about how this sales letter, if you read it out loud, would sound kind of stilted. It would sound like a look how important I am kind of sales pitch. You need to have the content on your page be like as if you were talking to a friend. It's actually a good idea to act as if you were talking to a friend and record it and then transcribe that. I finally, after a bit, found the claim your copy today down at the bottom. It looked more like a headline because it wasn't even underlined. You need to make sure people know that something is clickable. Make sure it's underlined or looks like a link, or it's a button that says click here to add to cart or click here to buy. This particular page that I was reviewing, it was hard to buy even if you're really motivated to do so. And then the add to cart button didn't work. It might have worked in the browser that the person who had the web page was putting up, but in the browser I was using, it didn't work. You always, always, always want to go all the way through the sales process on your website, especially if you're buying traffic, because any people that click on that cost you money and it's wasting the money. The bottom line is, I know from hard experience how expensive it is to pay for traffic. You don't want to send them to a page that doesn't work. Make sure that people are able to order from your page before sending any traffic, or if you're collecting email addresses, make sure that they're able to enter their email address and get signed up for your newsletter. Also make sure on your page it's clear why they want to order or why they want to sign up for the newsletter. A good way is to do this is to find competitors. Type the keywords you're targeting into a search engine and click on the first link that comes up. Or